I love to create movies, short movies, write short stories. And I am thinking that I want to create just products to showcase, while I write, and I want to start to carry products to showcase the local plants. Plants are spirits, and I want to create fantasy stories. I'm not into scientific facts about the plants, but if you tell me to write fantasies based on that fact, I get super excited, as if someone were presenting all the wildflowers. This is a scientist presenting with his wife about all the wildflowers found in Illinois, and the spring ephemerals, the ones short-lived and bloom for a short amount of time. I listen to 3 flowers and I'm excited, but then eventually I can pick one amazing scientific fact. I'm not in the details about the scientific facts, but then immediately that one amazing fact, how they heal us, how interesting, they only bloom for 1 day and the leaves die, all that became stories for me. Like I feel, okay, I'm listening, but no, I'm busy. I want to write stories. So I wonder if that's my true calling, because I want to, in terms of material, monetize that, because I want to still have a career, and then bring a financial reward that I could use for, of course, my life, also support my spiritual journey. Is that what do you see in that area?
I see you and your books becoming an international hit. It's gonna go international and it's gonna become timeless. Children are gonna read your books, and also adults, both children and adults, because the stories they are explained almost like a fairy tale. There's magic in it. There's poetry in it. It comes alive, and it's kind of written for children, but adults enjoy much as well. And people are going to be reading your books many hundreds of years into the future. These are timeless works of writing, and the world needs it now more than ever, because we are heading for some very dire times. Yeah, look at the state of the world. And so all humans need to reconnect with plants and nature, what they do, how they behave, are they safe, all these things. And Sharon, your books are going to be, I see there will be a time they're the most downloaded books. It will be like top hit #1. Be the most download, because this is what people need it, and people want it, and people enjoy it. Okay, so make sure you charge a decent price. And the reason I'm saying that is I'm not talking about being greedy. I'm talking about make sure you get paid for your work, because a lot of people are going to buy it, and this will be your stream of income. There's 8 billion people on this planet. Everybody's going to love it. It's going to be timeless. Like Hans Christian Andersen, right?
I went to Denmark because of Hans Christian Andersen, and I have found the memories of Copenhagen, and I literally just feel my chest start to fill up, and the tears is here, because I loved Hans Christian Andersen. And I remember asking in Copenhagen, what do I do? Like, if I go to Tivoli, what do I do? And one lady in library, she said, do the flying suitcase. I love it, and I love it. And then I was visiting Hans Christian Andersen's grave, and I couldn't get out, so I asked a high school student. He said, I'll walk with you. He's a very tall, handsome young man. He said, oh, have you tried the flying suitcase? I said, oh, the lady just talked to me about it. Why? He was equally excited. So I was imagining something, my gosh, it's going to be gorgeous. And I went there and I write on it and I said, wow, I was very touched because you were writing it and the story goes with you. And it's a very, I've listened to that story in Chinese many times, but how people in Denmark, that they are connected to this kind of very earthy and true authentic happiness. It's not like you could go to a gorgeous rooftop and look at the entire Copenhagen. You got to do it kind of thing. It was just as the story that you listen to it in English while you're writing that thing, you become a child and it says, after all, life is a fantasy. And it's just, I never forgot about that. So I am connected to children's books, and I almost forgot about Hans Christian Andersen until you mentioned him. He's always makes me feel tearful, and Copenhagen makes me feel.
I remember I went with you the day you were visiting his. We went together to visit his hometown, and we went to his house, and we still have some great pictures from that day. And I also want to tell you that Hans Christian Andersen is available for you as a spirit guide if you want assistance in writing your books.
Wow, Linda, thank you.
Yeah, he is here and has announced himself that contact him mentally and he will be there.
He's my hero. He's my when I was lonely as a child, he's everything to me. I will show you. I think it's my parents' house. I drew his pictures. I had a lot of drawings about him. So I know Copenhagen before I know how to say New York. I know London, Paris existed, Yeah. So in America, I said Copenhagen. People say, yeah, why? Well, I said that's the first foreign city I learned. Before I know America, I know Denmark. Yeah.
I have Hans Christian Andersen. I have his spirit right here. I have his energy here. Let me just send his energy to you. Comes here. Hmm.
Well,
He's
the reason
showing.
I coughed is that when uh, I I said I was in pranic healing. So whenever I receive energy come down, there's a lot some expelling. So I try to, and I feel a chill whenever I feel my teacher's energy. The same thing. A lot of people doing that because they're cleansing your channels, and I know that, so I'm not afraid of that because I learned the spiritual way. But it's just enormous amount of energy.
He showed up. He took off his hat and greets you by taking off his hat as a sign of respect for you.
That's the most wonderful gift you've given me.
And he
He's
shows
my hero.
up. My pleasure.
Oh,
He shows up very dignified and so walking so very poetically. And I was telling him in my mind, thank you for coming, sir. It's a great honor to have you, and thank you for assisting, Sharon. And so he was replying in Old Danish, as the Danish language was in the 1800s. That was really interesting to hear, because we only see it in writing when we read his original works in as they were written back in the 1800s. So it's like old Danish. That was really interesting. He's a very dignified. So when you call for him to assist you, when he showed up like this now, so maybe he will probably also show up like that when you collaborate. But just be open to him and to his inspiration.
that's wonderful, Linda. That's so wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. I have one more message to you from him. I was sending him a message that's telling him like he's like the master, and if he was seeing you as his apprentice, and he said, no. This is him saying this to you. Hans Christian Andersen telling Sharon, you are the master now, and he is your assistant. Yes. You are
Yes,
the Olympic gold medalist, and he is your coach. That's what he's showing me.
I'm at loss for words, Linda. I miss you.
Miss you too.
Thank you.
We'll meet again one day.